I might have hit myself in the face with my camera though.
Oh, that happens.
Hello interwebs and welcome back. I'm Shanna and this is where I share my life and stories and adventures and opinions and whatever else I feel like. And welcome to my Hawaii Adventures Day 3, Part 2. And no, this is not clickbait, but we will get into that. First, food.
Alright guys, so I ended up at a place called Sproutwich, and Sproutwich. And then I got a lemonade, which is really good. And I couldn't decide between the sandwich that I got or a sandwich called a yogi, but the girl said get the Sproutwich, so I got the Sproutwich. Let's see. So this is a vegan sprout patty thing that they're apparently famous for, and it looks really good. I'm really excited. Let's try it. Oh my god. Definitely recommend. Oh my god, the barbecue sauce is on point. Just right in my hand. Waste not, want not.
Next, the plan was to go with my cousin and visit this place called Kapena Falls. I think that's maybe how you say it. So let me give you a little bit of backstory here. Basically, I had told my cousin that I was really interested in trying cliff diving that he had talked about doing because I'd never done it, but that I was also scared, and I had expected him to take me somewhere that was, you know, maybe not too crazy. And so he was like, yeah, I'm all about that. And he set it up, told me to meet him there, told me where the place was, sent me the pin, and I hopped on my moped, realized that the maps was telling me that I needed to get immediately on the highway, and I was like, no, I definitely can't drive this on the highway. I was told it's illegal. So then I went in the settings of the map, told it to avoid like highways and freeways and blah blah blah, hopped back on, following directions. Well, I'm driving down the road on my moped and trying to listen over the roar of everything to my phone, which is tucked away, and I can't look at it because I'm driving. And obviously I don't know the roads, don't know where I am, directionally challenged anyway, and trying to listen to the directions, and the signs were confusing, so I wasn't sure exactly where I needed to be, and suddenly I was in the wrong lane. And I was going down the ramp to the highway. So then my little brain kind of panicked, and I was like, oh no, how do I fix this situation? I need to get out of this situation. I don't want to get pulled over. I don't want to get arrested. I don't need a ticket. So I pulled the bike over, and I was like, okay, well, you know what? I'm still on the ramp. I'm in the little easement on the side. It's a hill, but, you know, it's fine. I decided that to solve the problem, I was going to push my moped backwards up a hill in traffic. And I did. And it was hard. It was heavy. It was hard. It was a workout. But I made it up that hill. So I looked at the map and I realized that Kapena Falls is actually located along the highway. So the only way to get to it is from the highway. So I got as close to it as I could, and I pulled over at this church and laid down in the grass at this church, and I'm messaging my cousin. I'm like, listen, I can't get there. I don't know how. I can't drive on the highway. Help me. So he sends a friend to pick me up who takes me there. And you literally park on the side of the highway. And then to get to the falls, you have to walk along this like little bridge area. But you can't walk in the traffic. So the only place you can walk is on the little ledge of the bridge, which is not that wide. And if you fall off one way, you're falling off into traffic. And if you fall off the other way, you're just falling off into trees and whatever else. I couldn't see what was way the hell down there. So you have to tread very carefully. And then you get into the woods, and it is beautiful. The falls are absolutely beautiful, and it's really interesting because it's a 50-foot drop from the top of where you jump to the water. And it's obviously safe because I, watched some of the guys do it. I watched some other people do it. And when you get down and you're in the water, to get back to the top, you have to like climb up this mud wall of tree roots and whatever. So it's fun. But I was terrified. I was utterly terrified. I don't do well with falling. Heights themselves are not a problem. Falling is a different story. So when I realized how far the fall was, the little person inside of me panicked a lot. But needless to say, after a while, I did finally jump, and madness happened, but it was totally worth it. So let's just go ahead and take a look at the falls, take a look at the jump, take a look at everything.
Beautiful.
Why do you want a video of me jump?
I don't know, because I do.
What if you scared to jump?
I am.
Good job, Marcos.
Just don't belly flop. That's what I'm scared of happening.
Show y'all.
Oh.
I want to get started.
Hell yeah! That was awesome.
You okay?
Yeah. I might have hit myself in the face with my camera though.
Oh, that happens.
Oh shit, I left my nose ring.
Say goodbye.
Well, it's gone.
Chill right now, right? You too. Stop being you. I tried to walk. I sort of I will run as a jet.
But why is there no footage of real Shanna jumping, you ask? Well, let's let past Shanna explain. Take it away.
Alright guys, well it is an absolute miracle that my camera still works. I hope that the actual mic and everything is working. I don't know, I'll find out later I guess. But the reason for that, and the reason there's no more footage of what I did yesterday, is that while we were cliff diving, when I finally decided that I was going to stop being a baby and I was going to jump off the cliff, I ran and I jumped and I was falling and it was fun and I crossed my arms over my chest just like Peyton told me to, and when I hit the water, not only did the camera not survive, it had to do a recovery thing, but I couldn't keep a hold of it because it was a 50-foot drop in the impact, and then I lost my grip and it came up and it smacked me in the mouth, and I have to get a crown on my tooth on Friday. Right now, if you don't like teeth, I'm sorry about this, but you can see they're there, but they weren't. I completely chipped an entire tooth really badly, and then the corner of another one, which they did a filling on. So I have a fake temporary crown right now, and I'll be getting a new tooth on Friday. So come to Hawaii, go on vacation, and come back with a tooth for a souvenir. Don't regret it though, it was really fun. I would definitely do it again. We did try to get footage again, jumping off the cliff, but this time the waterproof case that was on my camera busted. I think the impact was just too much for it. And yeah, so I've had my camera in cheesy rice because that was the only rice that I could find that wasn't a huge bag. And now my camera kind of smells like Cheez-Its, but the little bit of water that was behind the screen is gone, and I'm guessing, I'm hoping that you're working. Now I'm at the Halekoa, which is a military resort, and my parents are getting here today. This morning I went to the dentist. I came here, dropped my bags off. I got my hair shampooed and blow dried. It's so nice to have somebody else shampoo your hair. I haven't had that in so long. And I don't know what I'm gonna do next, but I'm waiting on them. Yesterday, after cliff jumping, I went and I found food, and then I wandered around and rode the moped about a bit. I went to the beach, watched the sunset, and then went back to my hostel, which I checked out of this morning, and returned the moped. That was really all over the place. I'm really sorry. Yeah, let's get into the rest of the vlog. I don't know what we're gonna do, but something. All right, bye guys.
And let me insert another quick short story. So while I'm waiting for my parents to get there, I decided to just kind of hang out in this little lobby area. And I was chilling, stretched out on this couch, playing on my phone, listening to the people around me, took a little nap, and this really, really old guy wanders by, and he sits down in this chair near the couch that I'm on, which, you know, whatever. Still on my phone, minding my own business. And all of a sudden I hear him like kind of yelling across the room at this other older couple, and they're wandering by us, and the older guy, he was real wobbly, like real wobbly. So I immediately take my feet off the couch, scoot over to the side, and I'm like, listen, you should sit down, you know, relax, it's fine.
Hey guys, future editing Shanna coming at you. Sorry I look like a potato, but I wasn't planning on having to do this, but apparently my camera decided to stop recording, so let me finish the story. So anyway, they sit down, they start talking about their aches and pains and on about that and bonding, and I'd put my phone away because I didn't want to be rude, so I was kind of listening and engaging in the conversation minimally because I didn't have aches and pains to complain about, and I just wanted to not be rude. And eventually the couple that had arrived leaves, and it's just me and the first old guy sitting there. And he introduces himself to me. His name is Arthur, and he was so interesting. He had actually been in the war and was telling me how he comes back to Hawaii once a year, every year for the anniversary to see his ship. And how he was there when Japan signed the treaty and blah blah blah, and it was just really, really cool talking with him and getting to know him. And then eventually his wife showed up and took him away. And I'll go ahead and put his little card that he showed me here from when he was in the war. He was really cool, and it was also really interesting because he and his current wife, it was his second wife, his first wife passed away. And he met his second wife when he and his first wife all went to the same church, so he had known her for a long time. So I thought that was really cool. And then he leaves, and I'm just hanging out, waiting for my parents to show up, and suddenly I hear, "Shanna!" from across the lobby. So I look up, and my dad is on the other side by the desk, yelling at me, and I'm like, "Dad, you haven't seen me in nearly 3 years." And instead of going, "Oh, I'm gonna come over, and I'm gonna give you a hug," you yell at me from across the lobby. I love my padre. He is an interesting person too. But I gather my things and I go over, and I was not prepared. I didn't have makeup on. It was one of those days, kind of like now. Kind of look like a potato like I do right now. And because my parents had actually won a contest that got them this hotel room and this trip to Hawaii, there was a camera person there, and he was taking videos of my parents, and they were putting leis on all of us and giving us drinks, and it was a special experience, but it was really good, and the staff was so nice, so that was awesome. But anyway, after that, they took us up to our room, and that's where we're gonna pick up here.
I found them! You know, it's just me and Madre here. But we got taken up to our room, which is on the 12th floor. It's been newly renovated too, which is really cool. I learned that from this guy downstairs who like talked my ear off. Old guy. His name was Art something. I took a picture of his card from the World War. He's beautiful. But anyway, and look
We got laid.
at the view. Yes, we got laid. We all got laid.
Rainbow, lava flow, Hawaiian punch. Oh my god. Bacon. Show us the crunch, Mom. Show us the crunch. Oh yeah. That's the way bacon should be.
And yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for this one. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and also keep an eye out for the next part because there's lots more adventures and some more Hawaii tips. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye!